What is up, my viewers and subscribers? What is up, Anglebaker1023 here, back with the Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. Here we have a match against Matt, who I found on the Smoking Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and as you can tell, there is no background music. And that is actually because this match was like 30 turns, and basically I can't, a match is more than 25 turns, I really can't do the music with, because then it makes it too slow to be able to, come off of screen flow, which is what I use to record my battles. It makes it too slow. And the reason why this match looks like it's shorter, because it's 8 minutes, because two portions are sped up a lot. Linking back, I could have possibly been able to put in the background music, but now it's a little bit too late for that. So, if you guys are new from Pokemon for Beta, what is up? I'm Eric. If you like this video, leave a like rating and make a comment, please. That would be very helpful to my channel, and I'd appreciate it. So, let's get into the match. He's going to lead off with this Bronzong. I'm going to lead off with my Zapdos. I'm going to go right for the Discharge, because this is a bulkier build of Zapdos, physically defensive, and I know he's probably set up the Rock, so I'm thinking stab damage would be pretty decent damage. For a stab non-boosted hit with no special attack investment, that's a pretty decent chunk. And on the second one, I'm going to actually score Paralysis on the second Discharge, and that does boost the Gyro Balls, but since I have this thing that resists it and my Victini that resists it, which are two threatening things to this thing, I don't think he's going to be able to do too much damage with me, even though he's paralyzed, cutting his speed in half. So he's going to land a Toxic on my Zapdos, which is kind of bad for me. I always forget Bronzongs carry Toxic, so I should have switched my Zapdos out, but here I'm predicting the Gyro Ball, and I do predict correctly, because he would not go for Earthquake as he has it on my Zapdos. I feel like I'm talking too fast. I slow myself down. Slow myself down. Okay, so now I bring out my Victini relatively safely, taking just a little bit of rocks and gyro ball damage. I don't have a spinner on this team, so I'm going to have to be able to take watch my switch-ins. Here I decide to go right for the V-Create, because I am Choice Scarfed, and I go right for the V-Create, knowing he'll roast this thing, and not a lot of pokes on this team would like to take it. His Swampert probably would like to take it, but since this thing's paralyzed, I already set up his hazards. I don't have a spinner. Doesn't really need the Bronzong too much anymore. So, now, he's going to bring up the Swampert. Now, I'm going to switch out into my Zapdos. Now, knowing I am physically defensive, if this thing is physical, wants to go right for the Waterfall. So he's probably just going to go for the Stab EQ, which is what I'm predicting. So he's actually just going to go for the Earthquake. If I was him, I would have went for the Waterfall, because it would have killed my Victini from there, and it would have done better damage to other pokes on my team, looking at my team. So, now, here, I'm going to go for HP Grass. I pack HP Grass in this defensive build because it does scare the Swampert. No one expects this, because any grass and water type, no one expects that I will have the HP Grass. So I'm a defensive build, as I can tell by the Discharge. But it just doesn't kill. It's so close. That's just because I don't have any special attack invest, but that thing lives on like 1 HP. But he also has a Life Orb on the Swampert, so it was a more offensive build, which is probably why I didn't bring it into my Victini. But I wanted to see that thing kind of do a little bit of work, because I've never really seen a Life Orb Swampert in my life. So, it's a double down here, so after a double down, what do? You bring out your Scarfer, so I'm going to bring out my Scarf Victini, who's going to take some rocks damage, which is horrible, because I only have like one more switch in after this. And, bring the Snorlax is what I don't want to see, so I'm going to U-turn out on this Snorlax, and this part is sped up a lot, and the next two parts are sped up a lot, because I get trolled by Snorlax and Dusclops respectively. So, I'm switching to my Glider, knowing I'm going to take hits from this thing, and he goes for B-Slam and gets the Para, which actually does come into play, because Glider, even though it's a wall, and you'd more likely prefer a Paralysis on your wall, he has like base 85 speed, I think, so he outspeeds a lot of things. So this is P2, which you probably have seen before. I'm not sure if you've seen this PZ actually. I'm not sure if you've seen this PZ, but I'm gonna burn him. He's gonna body slam me. He's gonna para me. Okay, burn for para. Buddy has the rest more likely than not, so it's better for him. As you can see, he's gonna rest now. No, I can't really hit him. I'm gonna go for that Tri Attack again. I do have the adaptability, if that. Pretty sure that's what it's called. So Tri Attack, not going to do anything to the Snorlax. It's going to actually do. Nah, it's not going to do anything. So now he is basically free to switch out into his. Oh, never mind. I'm going to decide to go into my Cobalion, hoping he just Sleep Talks Rest or maybe Body Slam and he doesn't pattern me, but he's actually going to Sleep Talk the Whirlwind. And I'm just like tits. So I'm going to go and just going to Whirlwind into my PZ. And I'm going to go for the Tri Attack just to hit this thing, because I don't want to go for Discharge. I want to go for the Stab Adaptability boosted. And he's going to Sleep Talk. He's going to get the rest, which is good, but it doesn't really matter because he's not going to be taking hits that well. Anyway, so I'm going to go for that, for the Tri Attack, and it's not going to do much. And now he's going to go into his Dusclops and go for normal defensive cores actually really well, because I do coverage of the weaknesses quite well, especially defensive Snorlax, defensive Dusclops. Dusclops will take every single hit from this thing. So here, I know I am going to be able to have more than 100 HP, so I can take 2 Seismic Tosses. Now, I am just trying to roost until I can land a Toxic on this Dusclops. So I'm going to roost, he's going to Seismic Toss. Now, I just need to not get paralyzed. Para-hacked. I cannot get para-hacked. I just need to land a Toxic no matter what I do. Just cannot get para-hacked. So now I think it's a good, safe time to set up the Toxic, because I am at a good amount of HP, and I'm talking way too fast. So I missed my first fucking Toxic. So now this is bad, because I can just, at any point in this match, in this part, I can get para-hacked. but I do not end up getting parahaxed at all until now when he's going to seismic toss me. I'm obviously going to go for the roost now. I get parahaxed. I don't care. I got my toxic up, and that's all I need to do. I'm just going to go for seismic toss now. And yeah, so slowed it back up now, so I'm bringing my Victini now. This is my Victini's last stand because I cannot switch back and back in, so I'm going to go right for that V-Create. It's going to do not nearly as much as I thought it would do. I thought I'd be able to kill him off, but he goes for Will-O-Wisp here, and he tells me that was a misclick. He misclicked Will-O-Wisp, and that might be the best thing of my life. Now he's going to die to his toxic damage, and now since he misclicked Will-O-Wisp, he's not going to be able to rest all the way and get up to full. So now he's going to bring out his Snorlax, and Victini's at 10 HP. He's not switching out. He's just going to go and fire off them V-Creates, and that's what he's going to do. And in this V-Create, it's actually doing decent chunks to the Snorlax. That might be thick fat. I'm not positive. If it is thick fat, if it's not thick fat, I think it is thick fat because that's such a powerful move, and Snorlax's base defense aren't too high. So I'm thinking that's thick fat. But he's going to sleep talk the rest, which is good for me. So Victini at 10 HP is actually putting in a little bit more work than you would think a Victini at 10 HP would do, especially with the defense and special defense and speed drops of V-Create. I'm just putting in some work. Next, V-Create is going to put him really low, and I'm going to actually crit him and kill him off. So Victini with 10 HP killed off 2 defensive pokes, which is at 10 HP. You would never think that would ever happen. So now he is safe to revenge come in with whoever the hell he wants, because my speed is like dropped like a lot. So he's just gonna go for the Rosary, go for the HP grass and or not grass, HP fire or ice. I'm not positive because instead probably didn't want to miss Leaf Storm, didn't want to get the minuses. He knew it would kill 10 HP. So not a bad play on his part. So now I go into my Empoleon, and I always forget. I always forget that offensive Life Orb Rosary packs Sleep Powder. But he goes for Sleep Powder, he's going to end up missing, and I'm just like, yes, and I'm just going to Ice Beam, and I'm just like, yes, and it's going to do a good chunk. But I do have other things that I potentially think I could kill this thing with, so I don't think it's the biggest deal that he missed Sleep Powder, because he would have died anyway. I think I'm going to pull this match out of the bag some way anyway. So now he's going to go for the Leaf Storm now, and yeah, it's going to kill off my PZ. He predicts me very nicely there. I was predicting him definitely to go for the Sleep Powder again, but he predicts that very nicely, and I would have been able to take that with my Empoleon unless he critted me. So now I'm going to go into my Cobalion as cleanup right now because I know that this thing is going to die to a close combat at the range of health it's at. I don't pack Iron Head on this set. On a PO set I do pack Iron Head, and I do prefer Iron Head over Stone Edge. This is a sub-SD Cobalion if this wasn't evident because I've used this thing like 15 times. And if you're new to my channel from Pokemon for Beta, stud equals sub-SD lefties Cobalion. So now it brings up this last, and I was at that point in this chat I typed good game because I didn't even remember who his last was, and I didn't even remember he had a last. But I was like, because I feel like a really big dick if his last was something that can kill off the rest of my team. But it was just this thing that was quad weak to my Cobalion. So I'm gonna go for this close combat quad weak, and that's gonna kill him off. So thank you for the match, Matt. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe. I feel like I was talking too fast, so if you want to tell me if I was, you can just leave a comment telling me if I was. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I have the likes needed for the stream, so can you guys please tell me some times you would like me to stream, because last time no one came. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.